Hello, hello. Welcome once, welcome twice, welcome in the name of Jesus Christ. How you doing? I know y'all see me trying to eat some food. Well, I was swallowing. Give everybody a moment to come in and share, to tell a friend, to tell another friend, to tell somebody else, all of that. Motion detected at the garage. Motion detected at the garage, that means my baby is home. I would start singing, "Oh, my baby." Oh, that ain't the right note. Child, bad. So, if you can invite someone um to come in and share it to somebody that might want to be a part of this conversation. Person detected upstairs. I'm sorry, singing as a stranger in my house. No. So when you come in, let me know that you're here. Say hello. Um, hey Tina. Listen, I feel like I ain't seen you in 20 months of Sunday. Lindsay done quit us, babe. Mm-hmm. He done, we we want to be on the VIP list too. Lord, I don't know if Lindsay got any people in Jamaica because I don't know if you guys are watching Hurricane Melissa, but she tripping. She was a category 5, and they talking about the largest hurricane on the planet. I was like, how you do that? How you get to be the largest? You want to go to the kitchen and eat some first? Hmm? You want to go to eat some first? The largest hurricane on the planet. I was like, that's gonna be, and there was so many people that were still saying they weren't going to leave. So I know for those people who got family members there, it got to be scary. For me, sending this out. Oh, his mom, and dad, brother, they didn't leave. I mean, in some parts, because it's supposed to hit Kingston like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It was saying it's a mandatory evacuation, but the people that have been there for a while, they were the ones that were like, I done rode out this storm, I done this or that. But we have people like that everywhere. You know, every time there's a storm, they tell you the mandatory evacuations. People are like, I'm not leaving, I'm not this. So we definitely pray for protection for them. Because, it's funny because no matter what age they get, your parents, they get a little, you ain't going to tell me what to do. Oh, no. You said that's where they are? Oh, Lord. He is just getting home. I know. I got full. So we go down what's been going on. Listen, you home, Tina? You and you and Lindsay want to come on and join us in this live? I seen the link. Y'all can come and chat with us. We went to Cedric's class reunion this weekend, and it's so funny because he was reluctant about going just because he just used to being in the house. And I made an executive decision. We going, and I'm glad I did because he had a good time. I have a client who got married yesterday, and a boatload of people. No, Lindsay, Tina wrote, I have a client who got married yesterday, and a boatload of people, they closed the airports to. Yes, listen, and it was a whole on TikTok a list of people who were stranded in Jamaica, period. And they canceled flight. They say there's no flights out until Thursday. But they say until Thursday. But let me just tell you, because I work for the airline, they say that, but that ain't what because then they're trying to reaccommodate everybody, and then they're trying to also see what's left and what's happening. So it's a usually pretty much of a cluster when they do get up back up and running. So, I really pray for everybody that did stay, because it is not an easy task to get everybody accommodated. And then you got people that people consider a VIP for this and VIP for that. And so, unfortunately, it does depending on which uh, quality, not quality, what, like, there's different levels in tickets. Like, where JetBlue, they had like Blue Basic and stuff like that. People that had Blue Basic could be accommodated again to Blue Basic, and so there's only a certain amount for each flight. So it used to be a headache when there were storms. So, but I can't even imagine being able to, if I had family there, being able to sleep, because how do you have the worst ever? Like, what was that one we had that was really bad?
I think it is.
No, they
It's really big.
they said the worst hurricane on the planet is what they said. I don't know that they said the planet,
Right now,
huh?
worst hurricane ever.
They said ever. They
I
really
think it's the
said
biggest.
ever. Well, they said biggest and it's strong and it's slow. So it's big, it's strong and it's slow. So it has a lot of time to dump more rain and do more damage. So they said worse than Katrina. I was like, oh my lord. I had seen what Katrina did to I probably sharing this live to
That
people.
one all the trend though, so the levee broke.
Right, but I'm saying,
Well, probably with Katrina was a lot of flooding.
yeah. Well, I really pray that people can, oh boy. Cause then, but even after it's gone, the rebuild, the bounce back is all.
Well, the flooding was the issue because it's slow moving. We're gonna dump a lot of rain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's all the problem. Those storms they move slow like that.
Well, I I really really hope that they don't. Man, that sucks. But tell Lindsay we praying for him. Y'all keep us updated. Let us know, if you hear anything. I mean, I know it's your. What I don't like, guys? I'm sharing our live from Facebook to people's inbox, and the inbox just has it as like that I shared Facebook. It is blue, so it doesn't share the actual thing. So people be with all the spam don't know if it's spam or not. If you get what I'm saying. Does anybody know why they changed that? That's crazy. But hey, it is what it is. Actually, I'm just gonna tag some people because it is probably the easiest way. But I don't know why it is just doing that now, but they just do what they want to do. But yeah. So anyway, we were talking about the class reunion. I got a funny story to tell. I'm gonna just write at least. She just I'm gonna go back to the name. She said I struggled getting on. Oh, did you? But wait, listen. So I'm gonna show you. She just said saying that they just canceled their Thursday flight and able to reschedule another. I told you that. Listen. You know how many times I got cussed out? I mean, so far out, like it was ridiculous. So I don't know what's happening with that, but um, I'm gonna see if I inbox you, Tina, just for the sake of this. If I inbox you my this live, what it would say to me, like to you, like is it going? Because like they're saying they're blue. I don't know why that. See, look, yeah, it did like that too. Now they got a copy and paste link. I don't know what's going on. It's not. It's giving me. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm figuring it out later. But anyway, guys. Look, Lana's just let me hit her up. But yeah. I'm sure I'll be look at who in. But
Me too.
With your boom, right? So we're talking. Well, first I want to tell a story about our about the class reunion for Oak Ridge, class of '95. I want to talk jump.
Wow, you tell everything.
Oh no, I gotta talk jump about your class. I gotta talk jump about your class because first of all, we had 3 or 4 come to the class reunion with Jones High School shirts on.
Oh, it was two.
No. Oh well.
It was
Okay, so it's two of the classmates, but then there was some more people with them. Came with the Jones High School shirts on. Now that took me out. I laughed so hard at them. I was like, "Now you know what? Know what?" By a lot of things, but I talked junk. I did. Ain't much gonna hold you. That was funny.
They're wrong with that.
That thing was so funny to me. I said, "Now wait a minute. Whatever happened to school pride?"
They're wrong with
But then um um we were, people are catching up and asking questions and all kind of stuff. And I laughed because um I people ask about the kids and pictures of kids and all that stuff. Um and so I'm showing them I think they saw the family picture and they were like,
that.
yeah, I say I showed them the family picture and they were like, they're light. Is that okay? I was confused by the question. Is that okay? Like, what's the other option? If you have a child or children and they're light skin is what she was referring to. For someone saying, is that okay? I was confused at how look, is that okay?
No, okay, now wait for somebody to say it. How will they shit go?
I was so confused. I was like, who says is that okay? I mean, I'm sure people know that was funny. But hey, do your thing.
That was not funny.
Well, not funny like haha, but funny like cause here's the thing. I was laughing because black people were like, why would you ask that? Like what would make you feel comfortable? Even if you had a question about it, say something about it. So I thought that was interesting little tidbit. And so I don't know if any of those people are on your page because they had not seen the family. So because everybody else that there we interact with
I
knew.
already know what time it is.
Right. But anyway, so we were going to talk today about marriage value, and I was trying to give people because I did not do a lot in advance. Life has been life, and has it been life for anybody else, or is it just life for us over here? Because when it's life. But get back to some of these topics. I actually want to have a show with other um people on it and have some conversations. I think it would be good. But we were talking about, there's a couple videos going around. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but it's been about, well, one of which was the young lady who got married. Well, I'm sorry. Her friends were giving her advice on what she should and shouldn't do for her man, boyfriend, something. And she did not listen to them and she ended up with a ring. So she's saying, she was like, saying, I ain't listening to them. I got a ring because I ain't listening to them, blah, blah, blah. So have you seen the video, first of all?
Oh, yeah. Wait, wait, you know, alive in the comment.
They was eating her alive?
Yes, they were.
Saying what?
You know what I'm saying? That she handpicked and crazy.
Oh, they mean they call her a pygmy. That's what they call
All
them.
that kind of stuff. But they still single. And
So Cedric said that they were eating her up in the comments and saying that she was a pygmy. I did not know that. That's wild to me. But now don't get me wrong, it's par for the course to for what I see now, that's what they do. They kind of clown. If you got a man, okay, what I heard a young guy, me and Cedric were talking to a guy who was single, and what he said was they make fun of people calling being a pick me. Pick me is that you're doing anything for the man to pick you. But everybody wants somebody to choose them. You are in a race where whether it's your career, your whatever you like, you do it because you want whether it's recognition or whatever. You want to be noticed for your in your field. You want to be great in your field. So what is wrong with the whole wanting to find wanting to find a husband and doing what it takes? Because obviously, what these young girls are telling you is not what's the truth.
It ain't working.
It is amazing to me how it's so many single women that are giving marital advice and they're not married.
Right. And parenting advice as well.
Oh, and parenting advice, right? Oh my Lord. We watched a live one time on TikTok. I was watching and then I started to show it because the girl, I said, Cedric, listen to this because the girl was talking so crazy. And I was like, she is not married I thought she was married, was not married but had children. She was neither. But she was the resident expert on all things men and marriage and children and had neither. I found that so bizarre. But I guess I shouldn't because that's this culture. People people are life coaches for stuff they are not successful at life.
And you said that her room was full of all kinds of people. Like it was major, like huge.
Yeah. She had a big platform too, and I was so confused.
How in the world?
But that being said, um, I wish I had that video. Oh, I do that kind of thing, but oh, I can't do it because it was going to give me all this feedback. But what happened was this girl, friends told her, I believe she said, don't cook for him, don't clean for him, don't this, don't that. Now she got a ring. Now here's the other part of that. I would not have advised her to be doing wife task as a girlfriend. I wouldn't. However, when you want to be a wife, there's a behavior that comes along with being a wife. You ain't being no Tatiana and talking about you're gonna be a wife. When you are when it's like when you are saying, God, I know you said you're getting ready to bless me, you have to posture yourself for the blessing. You can't be like, I want you to bless me, it ain't gonna never happen. I won't but you have to say, Lord, I'm ready to receive what you have for me. So if you want to be a wife, first of all, she has to then change her friends. Those can't be your friends anymore because they're not speaking life to you. And if they didn't want you to do things to get your husband, then when you get your husband, they're going to be the negative thoughts, the negative voices, because you're going to have disagreements and hard times. They're going to be the ones that saying, leave him. I wouldn't put up with that. People love to give you all these levels of advice about what they wouldn't do. Well, it ain't you, right? LaShawna say haters. People love, and out of all the advice and stuff that girl, I would leave right. Out of all the advice that we give, we don't give people advice telling them to leave them because I'm laying in bed with my thighs and you home lonely and talking about Angie and said no, not me. Right, but can't get a man. So so I do applaud her for realizing that what she wanted, positioning herself for the blessing. However, I do think that some of the stuff I heard her say, um, there's a fine line when you're giving um wife duties to your boyfriend. Because a lot of times what happens is he finds no need to want to marry you because he's already getting.
Well, that's the thing. I agree with you to a certain extent, but they still have sex. That's why I do it.
I understand they shouldn't be doing any of them.
No, I understand. That's what I'm saying.
You hear
So
says somebody they still have sex. They hunching. So, but then for the internet and these young people to call her a pick me, is ridiculous. You are upset that this woman has a man and you don't. So you, but listen, even if I don't agree with what you're doing, why do I come under your comment in your post and then try to berate you, belittle you, whatever about the choice that you made? You ain't gotta live with my choice. So if you don't like what I said, then go over to the bitter and lonely crew like that they have in these rooms and live there.
But obviously, make the right choice because she get married.
But I'm saying a lot of those people have the mindset that I don't need a man, I don't want a man, and then what happens? They try to discourage anybody else. See, here's the thing. I think it's because if you've had a man that have done you wrong, or if you've never had true love, you don't believe that it could exist for you or anybody else for that matter. Like I've had people say, y'all relationship like is good, but it gotta be something going on, or it gotta be wrong. Like, where do you get that from? Who puts you in a posture to say it gotta be somewhere bad? Something has to be going on. Instead of saying there can be something good. One thing my dad told me when I was younger, and it didn't hit the same until later. But there can't be a counterfeit if there's not an original. There, like if you have a good version of something, I mean, if you have a bad version, there was a good version at some time, whether it then faded or changed or whatever. So there are good marriages, there are healthy marriages, but you have to be, first of all, a lot of married people don't speak on good and healthy marriages. And I told you guys before, I felt one time I felt like I couldn't say anything about um my marriage or me being happy because other people were miserable. And I was like, I feel like God checked me on that. Like, you don't not share what you got going on because other people are miserable. And then again, you may be the hope for somebody who is going through a rough time. So, I know that there's good and bad in every situation. But if your people that you got around you are speaking negatively, even for you, not even as a husband or wife, but just somebody that wants to move forward in life and they're like, oh, you can't ever do that. You won't be successful at that. You won't, like, if they're pushing something that is contrary to where you're supposed to go, then you may have to distance yourself, cut those people off. You have to remove yourself from that. And I know it's not fun because sometimes it could be a lonely place, but sometimes it's necessary. Fantasia got that song. It was necessary. Sometimes some things in your life are necessary. Just like when you do things for free, right? Um, people tend to um if I offered services for free, people don't respect the service. They don't show up. They don't respect the time. They don't care because it's free. But if I pay my money and I know I can lose my money, I am more willing and invested to show up, to be there because I have invested my money and you work hard for your money. And what is it, Donna Summers? You work hard for your money. So you don't want to be the person that like, I'm missing out on stuff. So, and I'm trying to go back and forth. But so we talk about the girl who not friends, who 504s um told her that she need to mm-mm. Ooh, speaking of Michigan, so did any of y'all see that versus battle? I saw it, didn't know it was on. I heard at the reunion that they were having mystical. A Cash Money versus No Limit thing. But I heard it, but then when I saw it, I laughed. I saw a little meme or something today. What?
Nah.
Oh, what? He just saying random noise. Yeah, I didn't know what he was saying.
That's random. That's no.
I thought you said no, 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 no.
What?
But you.
No, 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 no. What's wrong with your ears? No, 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 no.
So The man said when you heard that and you started going back to the taking over 9-9, but then you realize you're in 2025 and your needs minutes expire or something. That thing was so far. I said, you know what? You're right. Look, we matching. I didn't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was funny. Look, yeah, it'll make you have a camera a flashback.
Nah.
You are drinking so loud right now.
Ah, get out of there.
Hey, you can't come to fucking loud with random stuff. Anyway,
Your dog in the kitchen. No.
I thought that was funny. I didn't know if y'all had listened to that if y'all watched that verse about it, but that was quite hilarious.
We watched it.
We didn't get to the beginning part because I saw some clips today we didn't see.
Look, we forgot that fast that it was coming on.
Mm-hmm. They said that at the reunion. No, but I didn't know it was coming on that night. You heard me?
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I'm being accosted.
Sir, instead of getting a dog. Anyway, so do you have anything to say about about that particular thing about her friends?
No, she was smart. She knew better. Sometimes you have to not listen when people are telling you foolishness.
Well, and the other part was when it said, "Do you value your marriage or your spouse?" and it says marriage value. What if somebody says, "Do you value your marriage?" What does that mean? What when you think of that, what do you think of? I mean, I don't know. What is marriage value?
Well, I think about priorities. A lot of people put their career or their kids or whatever uh, above the marriage in order of priority. So the marriage should be second only to God.
But when it said, "Do you value your marriage?" Like,
You ask me what I think of it.
well, I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to figure, like, maybe I should look at the word value because
Yeah, look it up.
so the monetary worth of an item, the importance or utility of something, a numerical
Quantity.
I'm sorry, a deeply held belief or principle. Okay, so
So I was talking about it from the
treasure.
what?
She was saying, like, do you treasure your marriage?
Okay. You blurred it out there. I was saying
I was reading what the comment was.
I was saying something. I forgot now because you blurred it out. Go back to the is this it right here? The value thing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
Right down here, yeah.
No self-control. That was you got. Treasure. The importance or utility of something is the aspect that I was speaking of. Because you treat things that are important in a certain way. So that's what I think of when I think of valuing the marriage.
So we watched a video today where, and it was a recreation, but it was essentially talking about how a lady took her husband back to the store, and she wanted to
Or recreation.
um,
What?
you want to tell the story, honey?
No, you said a recreation. Recreation of what?
You want to tell the story, honey?
Tell what story?
Well, I was trying to say it, but you're cutting me off, my love. So you can tell it since you like the better, got better words.
I didn't cut you off. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
I was gonna get myself there.
Okay. I thought you confusing the people. You said recreation.
Value your marriage through presence, right? Okay, so I used the wrong word. Mr. Dictionary here is getting on me with these words. It was a story, and it was like an AI type animation that was over the story. So recreation may be the wrong word.
Was it a fictional or a true story?
So um, In the story, the lady took her husband to the store to return him. And the man was like, just tell him what it is. You want a newer model. And the man gave her categories of which you can trade your husband in. And the one she picked was just not a good fit. It's not a good fit. And the title of the story was like one person's trash is another person's treasure. So uh, she saw her neighbor later, and her neighbor had went and got him because he was on clearance because he was supposed to be returned and used. And she was feeling away because the person that she didn't want now is booed up with her neighbor. And um, she is finding ways to interact that she probably wouldn't have done before. But then she's like, oh, I was cleaning that stuff and I found a box of his stuff that you can give to him. And Lay's like, don't worry, I bought him all new things. And he comes out the back saying, hey, hon, who is that? And he looks more spiffy. She is, he got
Say spiffy.
his swag on. And so in that moment, and the wife told her then, she said, we're not in a place for um pop-up visits or something like that. And so I I feel like in that moment she saw that you could have had the same thing too had you valued what you had. You could have he could have looked better for you. He could have
Correct.
his whole demeanor looks different. Look, his vibe was different because hey Lena, his whole vibe was different because of the wife that he had. So who you're married to, how they value you comes off in how you feel about yourself, how you present yourself, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really good. What you have to say about the story?
Well, the thing that stood out to me is that even when she took him back, the guy congratulated him for being married for was it 32 or 36 years? It's one of those.
Hmm.
And for her to want to trade him in after all this time, I thought was a interesting spin to it.
Well, I actually missed that they had been married for that long.
Hmm. That's what stood out to me about it. Because in a situation like that, you would think that it would be a newer marriage, 5 years, 6 years or less, maybe 30 some years, and now you decide it's not a good fit.
But do you know there's a lot of people there's a lot of people that's LaShawna's story.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people that I don't know. It used to be like the 5 year itch, but they're waiting till they're married, till their children are grown, till
Hmm.
they should be enjoying each other, and now they're wanting to be promiscuous or step out or get something new. I'm like,
Well, to me, I think a lot of that is social media because you see things on social media that makes you feel like you're missing out on something, like something is better over there.
mm.
But a lot of the stuff on social media is, I don't know how to put it. They lie. Yeah, it ain't real. It's make believe.
I I've been hearing people talk about the other person, right? Natalie, I'm just gonna use a line. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the other person, right? It is fake,
Right.
but because it. But listen, we now will watch a whole story that's AI. They have people that come out. They have whole channels that people thought these girls were real women and they were AI. We're in a place where you are comparing yourself to somebody that is artificially built, who can be programmed to say the right thing and do the right thing, and
Right.
they're they don't really have human emotions. But we are in a society where we are comparing ourselves to AI. And if it ain't AI, it's the Instagram model with the BBL or the something with a BB, something. They get some, they getting some boobs or getting some, they getting some boobs, they getting some butt, they get some something. Like, I don't know. The Bible tells you about growing old with the woman of your youth.
Mhm.
I know people that cheated on their wife and remarried, and then now in their older age, the wife that they married, the Tatiana that you married, now she's not standing in the gap for you like she should.
Nope.
She's not paying attention to you. She's not nurturing you. She don't know when something is wrong,
She don't care.
and she don't care. She want to be outside with her friends.
Hmm.
Like, if you a woman, you had babies, it's likely that you got stretch marks. If you're a woman and you had babies and stretch marks, it's likely that you might have stretch marks on your stomach. It might be on your hip, might be on your thighs. You might have them somewhere. If you a man and you done been large or big or whatever, you might have some stretch marks too. That why you want to wait till you go from the fine version of you to the stretch mark version to try to see? So you got to now try to go brush your teeth real quick before y'all wake up, or have on Spanx all day or something. I don't know.
I had an uncle that used to say that stretch marks was a map to show you how to get where you need to be.
Oh, okay, Uncle.
Gets to the honeycomb hideout. It's like a GPS. I let y'all, use your imagination for that.
Like, what about, like, I can't I think I would be more upset in this time if you decide to wait till we are empty nesters when we can do things to try to go start over. And so, you know what I'm saying? Try to go start over. Like, look at that. On that. Now I'm gonna have you on this show. You gonna come on here one Monday. We gonna get you talking. She got a whole bunch to say. A mess. But why you wait till you get older? Like have you ever talked to, and no disrespect to youngsters, but have you ever talked to them? Like just about life. Their focus is different.
No. They better be able to handle me taking that wig off when we get out of church.
But you know that's the thing. They now I was watching this girl who actually the girl from Sisters, KJ, the skinny one that married the dude that everybody think was kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Um. Right. I know, right? Leave me alone. Uh, she was saying that she met him during COVID when she was like she has a glam squad and she has somebody do her hair and makeup. She doesn't do hair, she'll do makeup. So when you see her, she's always put together. So she didn't know how to when she gets locked down with him in the house. And she told me she came downstairs one time with two Afro puffs, like she would not do nothing with hair, like nothing.
No,
And
ma'am.
but she was saying she had always felt like she had to put on to be who she was. She didn't know who she was. And there's a lot of people that's like that. You don't know who you are. And yes, you want to present your, you don't want to come out to him with a little buckwheat ponytail in the beginning. Give him time to like you a little bit. Then when you
So
start,
don't come out with that ever.
why?
Because it's never attractive.
Anyway, you don't wait till you've been married. I mean, been together for a while. Then you like showing them the other sides of you. But there is a version of, but we okay.
Okay.
But there is a version that like give them stuff in increments. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm. Don't give them all the ugly right away.
gosh, is it the ugly though? Like, I mean,
Well, that's the real you.
well, really, you ain't gotta be ugly because you taking stuff
I
off.
didn't say it's ugly. I'm just saying it might be, could be, might do.
Anyway, I just find it hard to believe that these women now, you are so engrossed on social media that all you want to do is compare yourself to, especially these ones that they 30. I don't want to. I got kids 30. I'm what?
Mm.
You supposed to be fine at 20 and 25. You supposed to be. You supposed to have a flat stomach when you don't have no kids. You supposed to be.
The quiet is kept. The majority of them not.
But I'm saying that's the age that you're supposed to be fine. Flat stomach, big booty, whatever you got going on, your titties where they're supposed to be and not hanging on the floor. But truth be told, like he's saying, you see them now, they look like they had 17 kids.
Wow.
Cedric go to when he see people like that. He said they look like they're on their third family. I'd be like, Cedric, that means that,
They've been through something.
yeah.
Been buked. I've been scorned.
So what is it for men when they decide they want to go and get these young girls? Because young girls will hype them up now.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't understand it, but I guess there's a plethora of reasons. I guess I don't know, but maybe sometimes the hard and chiseled veteran that's their wives is not playing fair anymore or something. I don't know. Who knows?
You just,
I'm making up stuff. I don't know.
I know, baby, but
It
can
don't
we?
make no sense to me.
That didn't make sense.
I'm saying I don't know. I wouldn't do.
So because it don't make sense, he just made up something. Oh my
I'm
God.
saying I love you so hard. I would never do that.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be alive anymore. You or her.
Really?
Hmm.
Whatever. I'm getting me a Navy SEAL.
Oh yeah, she said maybe a midlife crisis. Yes.
Possible.
Well, here's the other part that we don't like to talk about, but it could be that the wife at home is no longer appreciating or loving or showing value or respect or support. And
Yeah.
women outside of your marriage pay attention to what your man is longing for. Even if he don't verbally say it, if you mistreating him and talking to him sideways, they'll be in, I hear a lot of women saying what they're not gonna do. I'm not doing this, I ain't doing that, I ain't doing this. Well, my question to them is what do you do?
Somebody gonna do it.
Somebody will be willing to do it because they want to see why he with you, or why did he choose you, or can they get your man?
Well, a lot of women too. The older you get, the intimacy is not as it once was, so that could be a problem too.
You mean
The
the
haunting,
the frequency or
all of it, like the frequency, or even if you're doing it, it might be lazy side boozing.
this? Dodo said. New cat is exciting.
Yeah,
But is it really though?
yeah, it's exciting. Get you a trip to the doctor.
Right? I'm like, is it really? You better get somebody that's gonna go a certain pace.
Rolling the dice. It's not on that. Is it?
And then
Is your
you
thing gonna
look,
get tested?
listen, and then you over here stroking out, and she be like, "Oh, his face, he making face expression at me."
And all of that, you be done left and be like, "Hey, I left something here."
They try, they try to test his gangster.
Yeah.
I don't know what that mean, Paul. Listen, and listen. I'm not. Anytime if you're lacking something and somebody gives that to you,
Right.
whether you said you want or not, there is something that is a void that is filling.
Of course.
So we're not gonna play like that. However, you know that your old behind ain't got no business with no child.
Hey, if you're not getting what you need from one place, you try to get it somewhere else.
But now I'm saying like, but what makes you think like if I'm not getting something from you, I'm gonna tell you ain't getting it. I'm gonna talk to you.
Yeah, but everybody don't do that. And even sometimes you talk to them, you know how some people are. It's just how I am.
Well, now that is the truth.
So
There's a lot
what do you
of
do
people.
then?
There's a lot of people that are in the this is just how I am mode.
Right. So then what do you do then? When I've asked you and talked to you about what's going on with me and what I need, and you still telling me that's just me. So what do I do then?
That part, she don't even know what medication, where it is, or what to put out. Hmm? Look, and then he ran like my wife used to. Well, go to her then.
Only thing you need put out that Viagra.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say no take backsies. We ain't taking back now. No. If you go to the young young what she say, new cat is exciting. You go to the new cat.
I won't go back.
You
Can't go back.
gonna say William?
You know what
There's
the I can't go take back. You can't go back. The woman who don't treat their men with love and affection they are desiring. It's like testing him to see if he gonna stay true. Right. And then be the ones that holler the loudest about why you cheating and all this, man.
This is what I don't think people get. The relationship you have with your spouse is a direct reflection of other problems you have. I hear people say, "Oh, well, he is talking to people that he shouldn't talk to," or
And you don't talk to him.
and you don't talk to him. Oh, somebody else bringing him food, but you don't cook for him. Like you got to pick a struggle. Like you can't say no to everything and then be mad when somebody's saying yeah. I mean, you can.
But it don't make any sense.
I just don't get it. Like I would be mad because I've done my part,
Right.
and you decide to go elsewhere. So I got an issue with that because I could have saved my little raggedy, whatever.
But that's the thing. As long as you're doing what you could do and they choose otherwise, then that's on them.
Right.
But if they choose that and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you might say whatever, but deep down you feel away because man, I could have did this, I could have did that, I could have prevented it.
Yeah.
And
Like,
preventative is better than reactionary.
and the thing about it is that two things can be true at the same time. Like they could be the spouse, the husband be wrong, but the wife can be wrong too.
Correct.
Like people always hate this. Well, they have this debate about if somebody is cheating. Because we talked about this with the Mary situation. I don't know if y'all remember that. When I think it was Eric, Tina, husband
Yeah.
Teddy was cheating on her. She was on tour, and he said, "You on stage, you a glamour girl. You know you look good. Everyone, you come home, you ain't paying no attention. You look thrown away." She gave no effort at home to him, to her looks, to her health, to her family, but everything was for the outside. And if you are not grounded in Christ, and even as a Christian, you got to double down on it if you are lacking, and then you got somebody over there talking about, let me show what I can do for you.
Don't show it to me.
Don't show it to me.
I don't want it.
But we have to guard our marriage, first of all, and realize that in the context of what we're talking about here, value our marriage.
Right.
Make it important. Are they more important than anything else you have going on?
Correct. That's funny. It made me think of the little video where the lady was messing with the guy. She laid her head on his shoulder. He's like, mm-mm.
Oh, did y'all see that? The guy was on the train.
Nah,
I'm sorry, he was on the subway.
Yeah.
And a lady was sitting beside him and she leaned over on him. He said, "Oh, girl, I don't know if he pushed her or something." He was like, "What you
pushed her.
doing?" He was like, "My wife was bop, 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 bop."
My wife will fight.
Right.
Go ahead on.
But somebody else would have been like, somebody that's possibly lacking some human connection. Because I hear a lot of women don't like to be around their husband. They don't like to be around them. They don't like to touch him. They don't like to talk to him. I'm confused, but why are you married?
Right. That don't make any sense to me.
Push that behind right. Yes, he did.
Mushed it right. Gone.
Boy, that was so funny. I mean, it was no hesitation.
I know his wife proud of him.
And the wife went around, but I'm sure it done went viral. But just now, how much more would that would went viral if he would let her lay there? Dang what, man, about the man pushing the wife off, or all you women that don't want to do nothing. Like I understand that everybody has different things going in their life. They don't always feel like certain things. Life be life, and God knows it be life. However, if you value something, then no is not going to be the majority of what you give.
Correct.
When you value something, you'll go out of your way to make it happen. When you value something, you will go at all costs to get it, to see it, to feel it, to touch it, to whatever. And I remember this Um, oh, she said women who don't like their husbands, right? But they call and complain about what their husband's not doing, and when I redirect to what they're not doing, yeah, but he should know better.
They ain't doing nothing.
I I I I don't even understand why you're married, and that could just
What
be
they say?
me. Oh,
Oh,
right, let's not play. So what was I was gonna say something I forgot.
nothing for nothing, need nothing.
What?
You
What you got
said
going?
that the man is not doing anything. Lady ain't doing nothing. Nothing.
That's not what I was saying.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, I don't understand why you get married to just to be married on paper.
I think it's human nature when you're with someone for a period of time, you get complacent and your perspective change from one of thankfulness and gratitude to that's what you're supposed to do. Like that's the least you could do. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think that's the problem because I don't believe they were like that when they first got married.
But here's the thing: I think some people just have seen a bad example of what marriage is,
That's possible too. Or
because these people are usually very active or have roles in the church. And my thought is your pastor condoning this foolishness?
yes, because a lot of times they listen to the pastor, but listen to their husband.
That's out of line too. But go ahead.
They just don't have the tools, and so they blame it on the spouse because they could really leave if it was that bad. But they ain't gonna do that.
But see Nat, I okay. So let me do that. I agree. However, I think sometimes that's what they've seen before.
Mhm.
So they think that's what's normal. Like, I can treat you any kind of way because society tells the woman that she is the prize regardless of what she can bring or what she can do or who she is or her attitude or her behavior. Society says the woman is the prize
Just your presence.
just for merely being a woman. That's the stupidest thing I heard. I don't want one of them with my son. We watched it's a guy that does these TikToks, and he does go to Houston, and right, he does these TikToks and he'll go around and do things like
Street interviews.
street interviews, and he'll tell them like name 3 books of the Bible, and they be like chapters. They be saying some everything, right? So, but he also does one. He said, if a guy tells you that he was the prize, would you talk to him? They were like, no, and then that's to say blah blah blah. Asked 10 women that, all of them said no. And they was like, are you the prize? And they was like, no, they said, "Yeah, I'm the prize." And he said, what makes you the prize?
Crickets.
It was really crickets. And they were like, one of them said, let me get back to you. And they said, I don't know, because I'm me. What?
Mm. Okay.
That is this that's the line of thinking that we have had. We have not good at cricket.
Who is we?
I'm saying that our society has had,
Oh,
and that we put on to
what is that? Oh, the
a
cricket.
cricket to other people, like just because you got a vagina, a hot pocket, a coochie, that you are the prize. But let me tell you a little secret. There's a hot pocket, a coochie, a vagina on every corner. And you might not even go to a corner. You can find one every other minute. And there's some that's willing to give it to you freely.
And it's probably more better than yours. One without walls.
Stop saying one without walls, Cedric. That's what he calls somebody that's been busy in their life. A woman without walls. Well, I just find it that if we don't represent, well,
That says a lot of prizes out there. Then and it's a heap of them.
right. I'm surprised. Right, girl, listen.
They're very delusional.
Well, listen. It go back to we all got to get a participation trophy. Like we don't, we did. I don't know where the generation stopped that
We did.
somebody win and somebody lose.
You better believe it.
But now
There was nothing for participating.
you didn't get a trophy participant. You gotta go back and work harder and win next time. You suck.
Get out my face. You lost.
Right, like, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. We,
And people think you owe them something just because they showed up. No, man.
yeah, I'm not in the business anymore. I don't even regular people that are. I used to do things because I didn't want. I'm gonna invite you because I want you to feel this way. I'm gonna invite you because you go. Nat gonna be there, and so Nat gonna tell you she was there. No, it's okay with be with the people that you know really love you and celebrate you. It, People make it be like it's I don't know. We got these too many categories that's now like I'm gonna do things for show. I'm gonna have a big wedding, but we ain't did nothing with premarital counseling.
Right.
We have I don't know if there's a study, and I'm gonna go find it too. But everybody I know that spent $5 million on a wedding be married for 5 minutes.
I'm gonna find it for you, baby.
5 minutes.
Maybe 15.
How you married? You divorced before the wedding, the license then got back to the courthouse.
Mm. No,
And I'm not saying you and people take this the wrong way. They're like, oh, so you saying that I can't have the wedding of my dreams, I can't have nice stuff, blah blah blah. It's what your focus is on.
right.
Am I focusing on this wedding? Because have you ever watched that show Bridezillas? Them chicks be tripping. But that's not just a show. I've seen people in real life act like monkeys. And I say monkeys, they act like a whole. I'm like, if I was your bridesmaid, I wouldn't be gone. I'd be gone. I'm not. You're not talking to me like that. I mean,
Mm-mm.
like you can get frustrated.
I don't want to be in your funky wedding no way.
But I gotta be funky. So much is for social media and likes with no substance or preparation.
Mm-hmm. That's why you groom to be hitting your sister. I wasn't gonna tell you.
You're silly. I found is that they are people people can't tell their spouses the truth. A lot of married couples can't tell their spouses the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time we were doing a couple, and I was like, although I felt like God had to help Cedric with his bluntness and honesty, I needed the truth because I was living Narnia somewhere, and I needed the truth. But I needed it not so razor blade truth because my husband would just be saying random stuff.
No, baby, you weren't into Lululand, was you?
Yeah, I was there, I guess, a little bit. So the 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 girl that was with me was like, "Oh, we tell each other everything too." And I said, first of all, we knew from the conversation that wasn't true. Because we can tell that he was not responding certain ways, or he was having long pauses to try to even answer basic questions. And when I said, I'm not being funny, but I don't know many other people that's like that. Not that you can't get like, I'm just being honest. I said, because the men are usually afraid that the wife ain't gonna give them none. She gonna, do some manipulation tactics or whatever. So she then asked him, and then he was quiet, and I said, well, this is the time to tell the truth. Do you feel like you can say anything to her without there being um, repercussions or her being mad? He was like, you can't say nothing to her. He was like, you can't say nothing to her. I think he let all of it out at that moment. I mean, I think that was his. I think that was his. I said, tell the truth, and I think
Look,
he let it flow.
She was looking crazy, like.
And then my thing to her was, don't you go home and do exactly what I said they do, which I'm sure she did.
Of course.
But like, you can't use manipulation in place of real conversation and honesty.
Mm.
I might have to tell you that what you said hurt my feelings, or how you said it hurt my feelings. However, I do want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
That's one thing I always appreciate about it. Appreciate it about you is you are not a manipulator so much. Like there were some times.
Said so much. Wait a minute. Wait, this compliment going down the road. Hold on. So
Well, I
much.
mean, some people are ridiculous with it. You did it some in the beginning, but yours wasn't a sex thing. It was like you would cry. That was your thing. You'd be in tears.
But my crying wasn't for manipulation. I was honestly hurt, or I felt like what you said was hurtful. So so if that's your standard,
No,
then it
no,
wasn't
but I'm saying,
manipulation.
no, listen to me. There were some times where you cried that you were really, but there were some times you cried too because you wanted to elicit a response. And you told me there was a time where you got checked with the Lord told you not to cry to dry it up because you didn't want to elicit that response from me.
Well, but that wasn't for that though. My feelings was hurt, and I was mad with you, and I went in the shower, and I was planning everything I was gonna say to you. I was gonna come out to me and be mad,
You was gonna
disrespectful.
cry?
No, I was already crying, so I was gonna come out there and give you everything that was disrespectful. I was gonna be out of pocket as a wife,
Oh,
and he told me to dry it up and get myself together. It was for the disrespect. It wasn't for manipulation. It was for the disrespect that I had. You know when you're angry.
the Lord didn't want you to get choked up. That's what.
Then
he knew.
he said the Lord didn't want me to get choked out. Oh my Lord.
He knew it.
You have to be comfortable in your own skin and real with yourself in order to be real with your spouse. Now that's facts.
Yes.
But no one teaches that. Listen, think about growing up in the church, your mama, your sister, your cousin, grandma, anybody who teaches you that to learn to be comfortable in your own skin so that you can be comfortable with somebody else. That's not a lesson. I ain't heard that in Sunday school. And like, I'm not being funny, but who teaches you that?
Well, and also the spouse have to be able to handle it too.
Right? But her statement was about being comfortable in your own skin and be real with yourself.
Oh, for sure.
So the first part is that most people are very delusional when it comes to themselves.
Right.
If you ask people, rate yourself as a husband or a wife, their number is usually a 10. It's very.
I would give myself a 10 now.
What would you give yourself?
Probably like a 7.
Why would you give yourself a 7?
Because there's lots of things I could do better.
Now it is. You got a lot of work to do.
Right.
I'm trying to get some get back.
Now, why you choking? Because you're wrong. Look at the Lord.
I'm trying to get some get back, y'all. You
Lord,
see me?
he done seized up your throat. Yeah.
Listen, he said so much. Right. He's talking about you want manipulating so much.
So much.
No, see, but that time I didn't learn that at church. Life taught me. Right. But see, so Net does facilitating what we do in relationships. She does that for businesses. About your business owner to delegate well, at least for your infomercials and the stuff I've seen, because I watch your stuff. I actually enjoy it. But about delegating as an owner, but about knowing your strength, your team's strength and stuff like that,
That's
and
smart.
relationships and stuff. The stuff that it's funny because the stuff I see, not light skin, but light skin of a different ethnicity, light skin, like pale. Them people, what I see them do is what she does, and I love it because her personality gives that. But she teaches the same type deal, like how to to get your business to
Mhm.
to move forward with
How to scale. Yeah.
right, and things being interchangeable. Because like most people that own run businesses, they want to micromanage or
Right.
or they want to try to do it all themselves.
It'll
That
never
doesn't work like that.
Right. Correct.
I forgot what I was gonna say. My old self forgot.
I'm the best man ever.
That's not what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna say the best man ever. Oh, she was saying life taught her that, and I was saying she had to do the work for herself, but it allowed her to be able to her gifting to make money off that to help other people that a lot of times can't see the error in their ways. I wish she could have got to that old demon principle I had. But okay, I'm sorry, I digress.
Well, that's you have to be willing and able to get help and implement that. I don't think that would been a worthy cause.
I know, right? Okay, I digress. I'm sorry. It's not many people that get under my skin, but people that mistreat other people and that are manipulative and that play a game. And I've learned that the characteristics are narcissistic.
Mm,
Um,
that's a popular word.
it's a popular word, but when I did they have a checklist. Her hit them all.
Did your due diligence?
Her hit them all.
Not all of them.
Every last one of
You
them.
want this?
Yes, I do with it. Put now. He drinking my drink, y'all. But anyway, we're getting ready to come to a close of this night. But you know, take time to, how you saying, son, search me, oh God, know my heart. Search you yourself. Just do it. Just sit alone and think about, do I really value my spouse in my marriage?
Yes.
Which means that, do I put them first? Oh, we talking about, that's what it was about. You said about you give yourself a 7. And I would give myself a 10, but I don't know about it. I might have said an 8.
You probably higher than that. You like a 9.
Yeah, see how you play too much.
I'm a 7.5.
But why is it that the people that other people will probably put in that category as a 10 don't put themselves there, but people that has no skills?
Mm, I get what you're saying. Because people that are actively trying and reaching for that 10 know that they're not there. And the ones that are not there think they're there. That's why they say they're 10.
Here's the thing I learned. In marriage, you never get to the place where I have the highest level of degrees in marriage.
Right.
Marriage is something just like with cosmetology. We always had to get ongoing education,
Mm,
continuing education. There's always something new coming out. Some more you gotta learn, refresh. You have to go back and refresh what you know. Because what I knew before, I might have did it in that season, and then we go to something else, and I forgot that. Hey, don't talk to him like that. Hey, don't treat her like that. And
mm,
we have to do continuing education. And when you get to the place where you feel like you are the know all, be all, got it all together, that'll tell me, when people tell me their marriage is perfect, I know your marriage is
you
jacked up
already lost.
and
Right.
doomed. Because perfect ain't even the word I would even, there's nothing in my life that I would even pretend to put it on the perfect. And I wouldn't even, no. Mm-mm. Everybody got work to do.
I like who's that? Somebody said that you're perfectly imperfect.
Perfectly imperfect, yeah.
Hmm.
But that can't be your statement just saying, like people say, that's just who I am, or just how I am. Because I am imperfect in some of my ways, but I'm always trying to be better, to do better, to show up better for you.
Right. But your imperfections are perfect for me.
Okay,
You see that?
then.
That's how those irregular puzzle pieces fit together to make.
One big puzzle.
There you go.
Okay, then. Y'all see him trying to drop bars,
That's a word. That'll preach.
clock it. And when them kids say, I saw a girl, they do that. She used other fingers. I heard about this. She was doing back.
No. Mm-hmm. Beep beep. Yeah, please don't do that. You meet me. Stop.
Anyway, guys,
Yes.
thank you for joining. If you see it anywhere in your life that you can improve on valuing your spouse, um, rearranging your priorities to make your spouse feel valued. But ask your spouse, do they feel valued to you? And then let them tell you the truth without uh click clink lock down of your hot pocket.
This is the lockdown.
Lock your legs down. Like the leg cross.
I can't do that.
Why he bothering me, y'all?
My face.
Anyway, um,
This is it.
remember we have we're gonna be on the couples vision board. I think it's November the 8th.
Yes, that's correct.
Listen, if you can come. This is gonna be our first time doing a vision board together. I went to several vision board parties by myself. I came home with blank boards. Don't you be talking. I did. Okay. I I'm gonna have to achieve. That's not nice. I'm gonna have to achieve a completed vision board because,
That's your goal, is to put a picture on the business board?
well, because everybody have vision board parties and I've never successfully
I
had
had
one.
never heard of that until you started going to them. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, they
Do men
everywhere.
have those?
I don't go. I don't
think men
know.
would have those. That seems a woman thing.
I know what you're gonna say. I'm glad you fixed that because you was gonna say something you ain't gonna
No,
be.
I wasn't.
Yes, you was. I heard you. Your mouth started it. Anyway, um, November the 8th. If you can come, please come and partake. Yeah, yes, November the 8th.
Come
And I couldn't click the link before, but
spend time
you
with
can go
us.
to Eventbrite and search for couples vision board events, and you'll see it's by Michelle for the Bell LLC. You'll see it's a group picture there.
We in the picture?
No, honey, it's for us.
Oh,
But come take part.
why she gonna have to
We'll
take a
we'll
picture?
be the old people there. It's all black.
What's all black? We gotta wear all black?
Yes,
Why? Is it, what is it, formal, or what's the attire?
it's all black.
All black what? Jogging suit? Tuxedo?
You're not gonna wear a jogging suit, so I'm not even worried about that.
Don't be acting like you know me.
Y'all know so they can't wear no jogging suit. So
I wear jogging suit
anyway,
all the time.
um, have a good night. I really appreciate it. But the goal tonight is to hope that you learn to value your marriage. And if you're off course, you can hit the reset button and go back and value. Why are you?
Why you get nervous? You stuttering and stammering?
Because he molests doing stuff to me. Stop. Put your hands on the table. Goodness. Jeannie probably should appear. Hands back on the table. I can't even focus. Anyway, hopefully you get to redirect, renew, and work on yourself.
Yes.
Why? In the words of your son, why are you like this?
Like what? Love my wife. Love me.
All right, guys. Well, you have a great night. Thank you so much.
Yes.
If you can share this with someone.
Have a great night. We're gonna have a great night. Mm-hmm.
Why is he acting like that? Baby, hands back on the table
Sorry.
till we finish.
So soft. Like it.
I'm sorry. I should have hit the button because this dude right here is special. Right. I'm sorry, man. Listen, I'll be calling you too. You're gonna be on the show. You're gonna help.
Yes, you do.
Why? All right, y'all. Good night.